Hi, I'm Beasley, and today we're going to discuss the blues. The blues is a very, very, very crucial part of improvisation, especially when you're speaking of or talking about playing traditional jazz, smooth jazz, R&B, hip-hop, groove-based music, smooth jazz, all that kind of stuff. And it is a scale, or is a way of expressing oneself that is being kind of left out in today's music. And as such, many of the improvisations or many of the solos that we hear don't really mean too much to us because there's that kind of soul or deepness to it that is missing. According to Brother Yusef Lateef, God rest his soul, there would be no blues had not been for slavery. And what that means to me is that the deepness of the pain, sorrow, emotion that comes with being separated from your homeland, your woman, your children, all that is tied deeply or is rooted deeply in the blues. And everybody on some level feels that. So it's important for us to access that when we're expressing ourselves. And that's why it's so popular in many settings, because everybody feels lost. Everybody feels being estranged from people they love. Everybody feels hurt and pain. The blues scale is perfect for it. And this is what we're going to examine today. All right? Now, we're going to examine the very basic blues scale, which is 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, flat 7, and up to the top. In other words, we're going to do G. B, concert B flat, C for B flat instruments, and G for E flat instruments. That's all it is. Now, what I typically do, or what I tend to do, is warm up with the blues. I'll examine the scale, I'll go up the scale in steps, and then I'll skip, I'll do intervals and create improvisations just working on or just incorporating the blues, nothing but that. Now, I just used the blues scale. I went up and I went down, and I tried to create a melody when I ascended and descended. Now, what I'll do sometimes, or what I'll do now, is skip, or using just the same notes. Skip 1, skip 2, like go from G to D back to C, or go from G to F back to D. Just skip it, or just create an interval, and then challenge myself to make a melody using that interval. That was a 7th. Now use a 5th from G to D. Now use a minor 3rd. Let's go from G to B flat. So I'll try to create melodies just using one interval, and then when I descend, create something that I think is going to be passionate on the way down, but still using the blues and still trying to evoke emotion in me so that I know that another person is being moved by it. And I'll just do both of them. I'll just do go up and down, and I'll just do some intervals and try to descend and make some music out of it. Now we're going to add two notes, the 6th degree and the 2nd degree. In other words, we're still in B flat concert, or G on the saxophone, or G on the E flat, C on the B flat. So on the G minor blues, what we're doing, or G blues, we're going to add the E natural, and we're going to add the A natural. Long time ago, when people had a lot more pain and didn't have as many options, people stayed on the blues scale and stayed on that one chord, or that pretty much that chord, because you're out in the field, you're working, you're not going anywhere. You're working, and it's kind of hopeless kind of situation, so there's really no need to play a whole lot of notes and go and harmonically develop this and develop that. That's the problem today. We have too many choices. But anyway, that's another lecture. We're going to add the tension, well, not tension, but add the 2nd degree, which is A, and the 6th degree, which is E natural. And I'm only going to play that or introduce that when I feel that I've tapped out the blues, or the blues scale, G, B flat, C, D, F. Because when the chord shifts to what we call a 4 chord, which we'll demonstrate in a minute, those two notes are crucial in adding some flavor to the improvisation. All right? Here it comes. You can hear me go to that. That's still over. That's still blues, and it's still going to work over the G blues, or when it goes to the 4 chord. But it's really, really pretty, and also you can use those two notes on the 1 chord, or when you're playing the blues just traditionally without instruments or what have you. So you can actually establish a different type of harmony just by playing the 1 chord, the 4 chord, or adding the tension, or the notes A and the notes E to your improvisation. It works both ways. I'm going to play the harmony underneath it so you can see the shift. Here comes the 6. So remember, when you're playing the blues, it's 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, flat 7. You can find all kinds of play-alongs on the internet, but just remember those notes. That's where you first start, and just use just use that scale to really express yourself to the fullest. And then if you really want to add some color, this is for beginning and moderate players, use that 6, that E natural if you're dealing with G blues, or that A natural if you're dealing with G blues, to create some spice or some color. And all you really need are those notes to really play a nice soulful solo that's going to inspire you and inspire others. And not just inspire, but there's something about the blues that just connects us all. And these notes, the manner in which you present these notes to yourself and to your audience will determine the kind of artist you're going to be in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've enjoyed this and you've learned something, please hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.